So hi, Only Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Happy Monday, bro.
Busy ass Monday. Good ass Monday. I'm happy today.
Yeah, it's been a busy ass Monday. It's been a crazy Monday. It feels like it's 4th of July weekend, it's coming up and everybody is just coming out of the woodwork, man. Everybody's waking the fuck up. They want to get shit done
Exactly.
And I was driving to work today being like, "All right, tomorrow video games all day," and then I left the office and I'm like, I got phone calls all day.
Oh no.
Hey, but I don't have to look at after tonight. I won't have to look at Premiere Pro for 2 weeks, and that's the real win here.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
We won't be doing the podcast next Monday. We'll be taking a little bit of a 4th of July break.
Yes.
Although the listener, the viewer, won't know that because we've got a stacked lineup for the next 2 weeks.
Holy shit! It's like some of our best shit coming out. Yeah. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So you won't know, but we will be resting and hitting the ground running later next week with some more. Recording some more bangers, but we're taking a small break here around the holiday. So
well deserved.
Yeah, that's why I spent all weekend in Premiere Pro up until this morning because I told Gloria I would get her stuff last night, and then at 5 a.m. she's going crazy, and I'm like, fuck.
That shit was fucking smooth as hell, and I was like, damn, I'm out. Yeah. I have anything else. I'm done.
Damn. But, meanwhile, I was still in fucking Memeville, front row ticket to the back of my eyelids, right in the middle of that, and you're working. So yeah, but just stoked for the break, stoked for the weekend, stoked to be chilling. It's gonna be good. Last week went to my first ticketed show in a while.
Holy shit.
Yeah, the week before that I saw Mike in a brewery, Range Life, but this past Wednesday I was there. I was at Prudential Center. I saw A Day to Remember, the story so far, 4 years strong, and Pain of Truth. And what a show it was. There was only one damper that lasted for 45 minutes, and we'll get into that. Pain of Truth, Long Island hardcore band, pretty cool band. It was pretty cool to see a hardcore band on a stage like that.
I was gonna say, in that arena.
Yeah, in an arena, in a stage like that, there were people in the crowd doing what you do at a hardcore show,
crowd killing,
just dancing around, two-stepping. I don't think anybody was getting the shit beat out of them, maybe, but no one was hopping up on stage, obviously.
I would hope not. Sorry, just to backpack off that for like 2 seconds. Did you see that fucking Alpha Wolf show?
Which one?
The one that just happened like last night.
I think I saw someone talking about it on Twitter.
Yeah,
like a festival with no barricade.
No security, no barricade, and they invited like everyone on stage. It was like bonkers. 60 people. Sorry, I saw that and I was like, holy fuck, that's crazy, dangerous as hell. But it looked really cool. Sorry, continue.
Yeah. So, that was pretty cool. They put on a cool show. The only real blemish in the set was when Parker Cannon came out to do a song. That really killed my vibe.
Shout out Parker Cannon.
And somehow the man was able to walk up and just stand in front of the mic during I figured like hardcore, he had to be going a little bit.
You gotta get a little rowdy.
Like he just, he would at least pick the mic up and walk to the center of the stage. But no, he walked over, took the guitarist's mic while it was still sitting on the mic stand, said what he had to say, walked side stage, came back to do what he had to say again, and then walked off the stage. And I'm like, that's a man with a stage presence right there. Yes, Parker Cannon. Go,
yes,
Parker Cannon.
Yeah, that reminds me of my Turnstile experience where you just like stood there the entire show.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
nothing.
Give us nothing, King. But yeah, Pain and Truth was good. Jokes aside about Parker Cannon. 4 years strong, man. What a performance every single fucking time I see them. Super cool again to see them in a setting like that. I've seen them in all sorts of different venues and stages and outside at festivals. They always put on a fantastic show. They picked the perfect set. A lot of the hits, played some of the new tracks off this upcoming record. It was cool. Hoping to see them again sometime soon. The real star of the hour, not 4 Years Strong. The Story So Far, they came out on stage. They absolutely rocked the house down and totally didn't put me to sleep.
No, listen, that does not sound like them.
I know I said I would go in cautiously optimistic because I thought they were so bad last time I saw them. I gave them about 30 seconds before I gave up on that.
So we have a group chat, obviously, and at the show he says this band fucking sucks or something, and then your girlfriend follows up and says they've been on stage for 30 seconds. That shit killed me. That's like next level hater shit, man. Like, you didn't even let him fucking breathe.
Yeah. They literally walked out, started playing their first song, and I was like, yep, this band still sucks shit.
You didn't even let them try.
I didn't have to let them try. The man didn't even say, like, I just...
Like, does he not talk? Does he just, like, stand there?
It's no offense to their music, because I do think that they are a genuinely good pop punk band, and there is a reason why people come to these shows, whether or not the stage presence is beyond boring. Like, that's not my problem. I think the songs are great. I had myself grooving at certain times when I like let my guard down and forgot I was supposed to be a hater for 45 minutes. Like, the songs are good. I like that part of the band. My problem is solely the fact that they walk on stage and act like they would want to be literally anywhere else. Like, quite possibly the most enthusiastic thing Parker Cannon did all night was give a fist bump. Like, that's about it. Like, pumped his fist in the air, and that's about the most excited you saw him the entire fucking night.
They just look fucking miserable.
Yes, he comes on stage. Mike's stand is in the center of the stage. Mike is on the top of the mic stand, and the mic does not come off the mic stand the entire fucking time. He just stands there and sings the words, and then it's not like the rest of the band picks up the slack. They all pick their spot on the stage, and I can guarantee you that spot of the stage is a lot warmer than the rest of the stage when they get off. That is my problem with that band live. And I went in cautiously optimistic because I saw them. They did on Twitter, I saw they did an underplay in Brooklyn because they had some off days, and it was, in promotion of the record. Obviously, the record was coming out the next day, I believe. So they did the underplay, and he was like, he seemed into it. He was moving around, like he seemed excited. And then I saw a story of them playing in Atlantic City the next night, and the dude was like, the band looks so like. The fans are more excited about the music than the band is, because the crowd goes fucking apeshit for them because the songs are good, but the band does not give the crowd is not feeding off the energy of the band. The crowd is feeding off their own energy the fact that they like the songs, not the front man of the band giving the energy, or hell, the fucking bassist. I don't know, somebody in that band, wake the fuck up. That's my problem.
Wow. So they just literally go girl, give us nothing. Like,
they're in the embodiment of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And do their fans notice this, or is this just you that's just like, what the fuck, am I missing something?
I feel like I'm missing something. That's genuinely what I feel. Like, I've understood the band's music. The first time I saw them, I really didn't check them out. Like, it was at the same festival I saw 4 Years Strong at for the first time. Yeah. And I really didn't check anybody's music out besides The Used and Memphis Mayfire, because I got so hooked on The Used first record. Like, it changed my entire life in the week leading up to that festival, and I kind of forgot I was going to a festival, not a Used headliner. So I really wasn't prepared to see anybody besides Memphis Mayfire, who I just discovered, Sleeping with Sirens, which was the reason I bought the ticket, and The Used, which was the band I checked out and completely blew my entire mind. So when The Story So Far came on stage, my ears were hurting. The guy in front of me stood up, so now I had to stand for their entire set. I wasn't into it. They didn't fucking move. I didn't understand anything that was going on. I could barely hear the song. So, like, I had a whole slew of reasons, a lot of personal ones, a lot of me problems to not like the band. Now, I'm 5 years removed from that experience. That was 2019. God damn. And I've checked the band out since then. And I'm like, okay, fine. The band itself is good. The band live has not changed since the last time I saw them one bit. You could have taken those people. You could have told me that you pulled them from PNC Bank Arts Center July 6, 2019, and put them in Prudential Center June 26, 2024, and that they were the same people. And they might have been wearing the same outfits. I don't know. Like, I'm like, yeah, no, never again.
Wow. Unless they're on a lineup with
unless they're on a line, like, and if 4 Years Strong wasn't there too, like, I love A Day to Remember, but I've seen them a bunch post pandemic, so it's like I could have missed out on one, but like I like 4 Years Strong too, so I'm like, the lineup is made for me. My girlfriend likes the story so far, so it's like it all just kind of works out. Like, and it was the perfect show for us to go to because we both like bands on the bill. But I probably could have missed it if there was only one band on the bill I liked. Yeah.
So what did Sam think? Was Sam on the same page as you?
Sam liked the band, thought they sounded good, but was in a similar boat to me, where it was like the stage presence is boring, but is significantly less of a hater than I am. I just have a deep-seated hatred for this band live.
It's just kind of fun to be a hater sometimes, you know? Like, I get it.
It's not even that I want to be. Like I told you, I went in cautiously optimistic, but listen, never again.
30 seconds, Shane. Did you really try?
I tried, but like he blew it for himself, Parker Cannon, when he came out during Pain of Truth and gave me absolutely nothing.
That's fair.
That's why I just knew. I was like, this man, come on, bro, come on. So yeah, never again, unless they happen to be sandwiched in between bands I want to see. Which to that I say, boo.
Just the entire time. Boo.
But you know, everyone around me was like, wow, they're so good, and I'm like, yeah, well, the story so far is about to put on a fucking clinic compared to what we just watched, and boy, oh boy, they did. A Day to Remember, man. Now they're a band that always puts on a fantastic show. Each time I've seen them, the room has gotten bigger, except obviously when I saw them on the acoustic tour, they went back a little bit in the size of the room, but that's okay. Different kind of room, different kind of fan that would be going to that. But I like driving there. I'm like, there's no way. Like they should have booked the Stone Pony Summer Stage. There's no way there's going to be almost 10,000 people here, or because they weren't selling the top part of the arena, the 200s. And the higher up 100s, because it's weird. They have 200s and then 100s that are higher up, but they weren't selling any of the higher levels.
Okay. That's fair.
So I was like 7,500, maybe 10,000 people with the floor, because they're selling the entire floor standing room. I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
No way. A Day to Remember.
So many people there. Sitting in my sections, like the because I was sitting like along the back of the bowl, so their stage is covering the one part of the bowl. I'm in the back part of the bowl because that was where the $25 tickets were during the Live Nation concert week. You know, small price to pay to see the story so far. Probably the only way I could cope with them being on the bill.
If it was any more of that, more than that, game over. Game over.
So there weren't as many people in that part, but along the sides, it was like fucking full. I was blown away. I couldn't believe how many people were there, but it makes sense because they have like almost 6 million monthlies. So I get it, but but every time I've seen them, the room has been a little bit bigger than the last time. But like, okay, like we're just crazy that there were so many people there, but. They put on a fantastic show every single time. Highly recommend seeing A Day to Remember. Whether or not you're a fan, they put on such a fun live show. Perfect balance of the pop punk stuff as well as the heavy stuff, and then they meet you in the middle with a little bit of the easy core stuff as well, which is they do it all. Sounded fantastic, and overall just a fantastic show. They had a bassist this time. The bassist of Fit for a King, who actually does not tour with Fit for a King anymore. He stepped back from touring a while ago with Fit for a King, but he's still in the band. He still does studio stuff. He's still a big part of the writing process for the band. Is out touring with A Day to Remember. So that was cool because I saw them with their previous bassist, and then I saw the last tour, which had no bassist, and now they have a bassist again. So that was cool. They didn't have a MacBook this time. That's awesome.
Huge. Good job, guys. Let's keep doing this.
Yeah, Feedback, which is the newest single, sounded fucking crazy live. It was significantly heavier than the studio version.
Okay.
But overall, I enjoyed the show a lot. It was a good time. Great lineup besides that one band. And you know,
will not name.
Yeah, if the tour is coming near your area, you should go see it. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those bands live, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, Parker Cannon just sounds like an amazing frontman, so I will be attending.
I have sold you on the story so far, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm actually going to travel out of state to go see them, and only their set.
That's good.
And then I'm going to leave.
That's good. You should do that. I highly recommend everybody do that at least once. I think it's a rite of passage.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, listen, if you like the story so far, God bless you. Like, they're a good band. I like their studio stuff, but live, listen, if someone can explain it to me, I'm all ears. But what I've seen twice now, I don't get.
Not looking good.
That only got more fucking. God damn it.
Oh wait.
Coming up on my calendar, I got Prince Daddy and the Hyena at House of Independence, which should be a good time. With our friends in Carpool, they'll be playing that as well. So that's cool. And then I believe Saturdays at your place in Riley are the other two bands on that bill. So that should be fun. It'll be my first time back at House of Independence since they're reopening.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. They were like, guys, we're gone. Oh no, we're right back. We're right back. We were kidding.
Yeah.
What the hell? I'm glad they're back.
We were just joshing you. Yeah, it's under new ownership. So it should be cool. It's, obviously the same room, the same venue, but I haven't been there yet. So this will be the first time. And then that's next Tuesday. And then next Friday, I got the Used and Story of the Year, which I'm very excited about. I haven't seen the Used fully headline yet. So they're playing like 20 songs.
True. Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So we could be there a while if Bert decides that he needs to talk for 5 minutes in between each song.
Yeah, some things to say. Yeah.
And then Story of the Year, I forget who the first of three is, but there is another artist on the bill. I'll know by the time I'm going to the show. Not Don Broca. You'd probably be at, presumably. I'd probably be at that show and other show. Yeah. So yeah, that should be cool. And Story of the Year is playing my favorite song by them, War, off their new record. So I'm excited. Nice. It should be a good time.
Yay.
So yeah, that's what I got coming up. I know you don't have much on the horizon, but you did add Belmont to the list today.
So I actually have Camp Flog Dog.
Oh yeah.
That is now added to my calendar. Tyler, the Creator, announced his festival. Lineup's not out yet. I'm hoping for Childish Gambino, so I don't have to go to DC to see him, because that's a whole nother trip that I don't want to do. I don't know. I'd like Kendrick Lamar as a headliner. Solo headliner would be nice. But whoever's there, I'll be happy, because it's fucking Camp Flog Dog. And Belmont announced a tour today. Finally, Virginia, close as hell. So I will be attending, and I'm very excited. It's like they heard my prayers, because I was like, guys, where's Virginia? Tour can't be over your head. There's no Virginia. I would comment that shit under like all of their posts, and here we are, Norfolk.
Yeah, and it works out because that's a Monday, and that's the same Monday I'm seeing Slipknot. So it's just like we'll both be out doing our thing, obviously, just so people know listening at home, no podcast that Monday.
No podcast. Heads up.
Yeah,
month heads up. Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, that actually perfect right there.
It's huge. Yeah, I'm so fucking excited, dude. I am probably gonna be like the loudest person in that crowd. I'm very excited. I'm Liminal Live. Dude, it's gonna be fucking insane. That little intro, oh my god!
They put on such a good show. You want to talk about a frontman with energy? Taz
just looks like he just fucking bounces around everywhere. And you say he's like a little angry man on stage. I'm so excited to see just his rage.
Yeah, they're fucking awesome live. Yeah. Still haven't gotten to see them on this album cycle, but hopefully some point soon. But yeah,
shaking my head at you.
Yeah, I've seen them plenty. 3 times.
Whatever, man.
3 times, I think.
I don't need to hear that. I don't even fucking hear that.
Should have been 4, but you know, that was my next show coming up before the world shut down. But I digress. Yeah. Got some albums to talk about, an EP, bunch of singles. Nothing More dropped their new album, Carnal. Let me just say, I am glad I gave this record a second listen.
Yes.
Because I was about to come on here and be like, man, I don't understand this band. I don't understand how big they are. I don't know why they put 7 interludes in the record. Like, I was just going to basically be like, the singles are the only good part of the record, man. But I gave this record a second listen, and I came away enjoying it a lot more than I did on the first listen. So, prefacing what I'm about to say with, if you are feeling similar to how I just described my feelings on the first listen to the record a second time, because I think you'll come away enjoying it a little bit more. So the album starts off, it's very top heavy, it's very front loaded. All the familiar songs are first. You've got House on Sand, If It Doesn't Hurt, and Angel Song, which were the 3 singles off the record, and Free Fall is like the big focus track that they're really pushing. So you've got those just boom, 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 right there in a row for you to you're really not easing into the record. You're just going in with the familiarity. And then, you know, the first song that more than likely you haven't heard would be Free Fall, unless you know you're listening to Octane or whatever before listening to the full record, like I was, and I heard Free Fall in bits and pieces throughout the weekend 47,000 times. And then, you know, Blame It on the Drugs is the first, like, quote unquote, technically non-single the record. And I really like that song. I thought it was cool. And I would just like to say, I do like the way the album opens with the intro track, which is called Carnal as well. It swells up. It gets you really fucking amped for the record. It swells up and it builds into House on Sand, which is one of the heaviest songs on the record.
So fucking
and probably my favorite anyway. I really like House on Sand, and Eric from I Prevail, love him as well. And then you've got another interlude, a track, interlude, couple of tracks, interlude, couple of tracks, closes with an outro, but it's another fucking instrumental bit. There's a lot of those on the record, and at first
you sound like you're still upset about
no. I'm getting there.
Okay.
First listen, it felt like they didn't, like, nothing fucking flowed. It was so disjointed, and I was just like as soon as this album starts going, like it felt like to me on the first listen that I did not get a chance for this album to get going.
Yeah.
There were too many fucking interludes. As soon as they would get into a groove, it would be immediately fucked up. Or like the fact that there's Head, which is an interlude, and then Existential Dread, and then Heart, which is a very long instrumental interlude. Yeah. It felt like they're just stifling any progress that this album could make. And if you just took these all away, this album would flow so much better. But on my second listen, I started to pick up on the little things that were causing these to flow into each other, and they weren't such a nuisance as they were on the first listen. So there are a lot, and that's, I think, the main thing that was, because they write great songs. They're a strong band. There's a reason why they are as big as they are.
Yeah.
But I think that was the main thing. So on my second listen, I was like, this flows so much better. I understand it. I get it. So I think they're not a nuisance to me anymore, but there are a lot of them.
I was thinking roughly the same thing, only I was a little more open-minded to it, because I like instrumentals, I like kind of interludes and that kind of thing, but they're a little on the longer side. So it was kind of did someone forget to put vocals over this? Was this supposed to make it to the final product? I think it's funny because this is kind of like the metalcore version of hard rock.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking bad.
I'm just gonna say,
kill me.
I'm putting this band in hard rock solely because there were 2 heavier songs on this record, and I always forget that they're not as heavy of a band as you would think they are based on the scene that they're in.
And it feels like they should be heavier. And that's kind of one of my things with this album. So let me finish my first point and then I'm going to go to that one because I was thinking that while going through it because the first couple tracks are heavy and then it kind of dwindles a little bit. Anyways, it's funny comparison. You know that fucking 1975 record with like the 30 billion interludes? Oh my God. I was like, "Oh my God, this is that genre's version of that album." Form. Yeah, and I liked that record. Looking back, would I listen to the full thing with all the 30 interludes? No. But it was fun the first couple of times I listened to it. Now, to go to my second point, I feel like this band has so much potential if they went heavier. Because just the looks that they have, their fucking stage presence, the scorpion-ass thing that he gets on, it's all reading metalcore, heavy, like go fucking crazy type shit. But it just feels like their music kind of like gets up there for a second and doesn't hit it and then just goes right back down. It feels like they're missing, like I hope their next album is more like the first couple tracks on this. Like House on Sand and Angel Song, which were singles, are still my favorite tracks off the record because they're more on the heavier side. I would really like it if they went heavier because it makes sense for them. And maybe it's just because I'm not like a hard rock person where it just feels like you're basically there. You might as well just commit fully. That's kind of how I see hard rock, where it's like, dude, just you're either fucking rock or you're fucking metalcore. You just, there shouldn't be an in between because then it just feels unfinished to me. I liked the record. I only went through it like 1.5 times because it's Nothing More is kind of one of those bands where it feels like I should get into them because of the scene and the circle that they're in. Like I saw Crown and 1000 Below for the first time because of this band, and I am obsessed with both of those bands, but it feels like I should be more into Nothing More because of their crazy stage presence and because of how he paints himself and he has the fucking scorpion. Like that shit's cool. But I just can't.
One hell of a live show.
Exactly, but I can't bring myself to get into them because it's just like it feels like they aren't at their full potential yet because they aren't going heavier, and I need them to just like a little bit. Great record though. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I wish they would just take the leap. One album, test it out. Just test it out, see how it feels. If you don't like it, go back to hard rock. That's all I ask. Yeah. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. Like that I always forget that they're not as heavy as they are, just based on the scene that they're in, and the singles off of every record are always a little bit more of the what you kind of expect from the band, which is like hard rock teetering on like a metalcore, whereas like this is just like then you get to the rest of the record and it's just like that's what the band actually sounds like. Which I got no problems with. I'm a Nothing More fan, but not like listen to the albums 24/7. Like I know what they are, but every time I got to take that second listen to be like, no, wait, I'm not actually a huge hater, and I actually like this band and I like this record. So that's why I'm so glad I had the time to put in a second listen to this record. I really like my favorite song on the record is House on Sand. Close second being Stuck. Those are the two heavy bangers on the record. I like It Doesn't Hurt. If it could have a second to breathe and not be played every 14 seconds on the radio. That's the only reason why that song has been a skip for me every time I hear it, because I have heard it so many times, and that's just a problem I have with Nothing More in general, because they are so big. Their songs are everywhere. I hear them a lot. So it's like I get tired of the singles, not even because I am intentionally listening to them so much. I'm just like they are big. They are big in the rock world. So I like that song. I have liked that song. It just needs a minute now to breathe. Hopefully one of the other songs off the record skyrockets on Octane, and that'll be the one that I'm hearing. I like Blame It on the Drugs. I think it's catchy. Existential Dread. I'm basically naming every single song except the two after Heart.
Okay.
I do not like that little section of the record. I don't like Heart, the interlude. Down to the River, down the river, and Give It Time are not my favorites on the record. Probably my least favorite. I just feel like that portion of the record is where we hit the divot in the track list, and but they don't worry, they pick it right back up with Stuck and Run for Your Life, which I think are awesome, and I think that the album ends really cool with the outro in sound. So overall, I came away enjoying this record a lot more than I thought I was going to, and I'm just stoked to see where this one goes, because that headliner that they announced, rooms are fucking huge. Can't believe the bands are taking on out on support. Direct support to Godsmack. Fucking huge. So
it's fucking crazy. We say this every time. They don't feel like they're that big.
I saw them supposed to co-headline with Asking Alexandria drop off due to sickness last minute, and I was already at the venue, which was the only reason I even went. If I was still home, I wouldn't have went. But it was nothing more than Asking Alexandria in like a 2,300 cap room, and it's like the rooms are double that now on a solo headliner, which is just like, all right, again,
holy fuck.
Was I asleep while this band blew up to a whole nother level, or did it just happen in front of my very, very own eyes and no one told me? I'm starting to lose my touch on knowing the bands that are popping. Like,
you're getting old, man. You're getting old.
Overall, I enjoyed this record. I'm excited to spend more time with it. Glad that I was able to come away enjoying it, and stoked to see them at some point during this album cycle. I will not be catching them in Camden, although I wish that I was, because I've wanted to go to the radio festival they're playing for many years now. But Point North announced a show the same day, headliner, and it's been I haven't seen Point North headline, so it's long overdue. But it sucks because it's nothing more. The Warning and Sleep Theory are the three bands that I would want to see on that lineup.
Shit.
And I'm so torn. I'm like, oh fuck, because the band we're about to get into, The Warning.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Dude, it's a toss up. It's a toss up. I don't have tickets to either one yet. It's a toss up. I'm not worried about either one selling out. So it's TBD. I'm leaning towards Point North because I really like their new record, and it's not a festival, so it starts later, and there's 4 bands on the lineup that I'll actually want to see versus 10 bands on the festival lineup. A little bit more of an expensive ticket, further away from my house, and probably one of those bands might get a 45-minute long set, but more than likely it's going to be a lot of 35 minute sets, even though they're all fucking headliners in their own right, but it's also an amphitheater being headlined by a massive band, so it's like I'm gonna toss up, but TBD.
That's fair.
TBD, but it's a great lineup, that little portion of it. So overall, this record was awesome. Stoked I'm sure they'll be headlining 2025, so that's what I'm holding out for, with probably a crazy ass support lineup of like bands that like headline their own fucking rooms, like massive rooms. I'll be like, what the fuck? They'll be playing arenas, and I'll be like, why didn't anybody tell me?
When did this happen, guys? What the fuck? They were just playing 300 cap rooms the other night. What's going on here? Christ. Oh my god. The Warning dropped a new album, Keep Me Fed.
This is the new discovery of 2024. This band, this album. So if you're a fan of this band and you're watching this, I would say keep your eyes peeled to the channel next week. Maybe Tuesday, July 9th.
Does that sound all right?
At 3 p.m. EST. Maybe keep your eyes peeled for a little something with the band, maybe. Allegedly.
Yes.
I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, who knows? Yeah.
So I have heard of this band, going into this record, had heard some of the singles again on Octane, but thought they were cool, but was like, all right, just
keep an eye on
another band that I'm just passing through. Like, I don't use Octane necessarily to discover new bands. I'm listening to the radio hoping I'm going to hear all the things that I like.
They have your Shane playlist on.
Which is not the case, so I wind up hearing a lot of stuff just in passing that then maybe later we'll go on to discover, hence like The Warning. So they were on the radar. I knew the record was coming out, and then I heard the record, and holy fucking shit, I have been sleeping on this band for so goddamn long. Yep. This is what has been on loop for me since Friday.
Damn.
Dude, it's like crack. I can't get enough of this album. It ends, and I just want to hear it again. And it's
so you cue it again.
Yes, and it's because it ends on what I think is the strongest song on the record. Automatic Sun is my favorite song on this record, hands down. I thought I had other favorites, and then this song is the one that's caught in my head, and is like, it's such a fantastic closer. I think the chorus is so fucking catchy, and I just love it. Like, I can't get enough of this record. I can't get enough of this album, and I'm beyond bummed that the headliner they have in the fall is like a bunch of festivals with a couple of like real headlining shows, pulling it together. Hence, the Camden show. So I'm holding out 2025 big headliner. But yeah, this album front to back is crazy. 6 Feet Deep opens the album. What a fantastic opener. Really like that one. I like Sick.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. I like Sick. Escapism, Burnout, Hell You Call a Dream, which is the song that I kept seeing TikTok ads for. And I was like, wow, this band puts on one hell of a live show, because it was like one clip of their live performance, and they sound fantastic live, and what a stage show. And then Automatic Sun, which is hands down my favorite. But front to back, nothing but bangers. This album does not fucking slow down once.
True.
And dude, can't get enough. I got nothing but amazing things to say about this record. And if it shows anything going into this alleged thing that's coming out next week, I listened to the record twice, and I typically listen once so I know what's going on, but I heard it on Monday night and then listen to it again before the interview to make sure that what I heard was what I heard, and to be as excited about the album as I was. So I've been fucking with this record a lot. New Discovery 2024. I finally found it. It's been a while, but I got the new Discovery.
Yeah.
Front to back.
Holy
so
shit.
Good.
It's so cool seeing you this fucking enthusiastic about like a new band that like before the interview, because you already fucking said, so I'm just gonna keep saying it. Before the interview, I hadn't heard of, and you've, bits and pieces, you heard them in passing. It's so cool seeing you this fucking happy about that. I really enjoyed the record, and I really enjoyed it the first time we listened to it, and then coming back to it for the podcast playlist. I was like, damn, I understand why they're getting all their fucking flowers now, because it's like, we went to bed one night, and we were like, damn, yeah, that was a good interview. And then literally the next morning, they were like, oh, hey, we performed on fucking Jimmy Fallon's show.
Jimmy
and
Kimmel.
It was like, Jimmy's, they're all the fucking same. It was like, we performed on fucking Jimmy Kimmel. And I was like, whoa, that's that same, holy shit. So I think everyone's feeling the same way that you're feeling, where it's that kind of like, where the fuck have you guys been? Where apparently, they've toured with Hailstorm in the past before, so it's not like they're coming out of fucking nowhere. They've been working for this. They've been, making connections. They've been fucking touring with big names. But damn, this record is incredible. As I said before, Sick is my favorite. I definitely do agree. Automatic Sun is a great closer, great track. Honestly, just the entire record is fucking crazy, and I will be adding this to my rotation because it's just, they have that fucking funk. I don't know what funk. Yeah, they have it, and it makes it so addicting to listen to. It's rock, and it, but it's just, there's something fucking new in it, and it's addicting.
It's the rock aspect, but it's the fact that the songs are structured so like kind of pop leaning, where it's like every aspect of the song is written to be catchy.
Yeah.
There is not a single part of the song where you're not toe tapping, singing along, strumming along, air drumming along, ass shaking, doing whatever. Every single part of the song is written to be just as catchy as a chorus would be.
Damn right.
And I think that's the most addicting part of it to me, and why I can't physically get the feeling that I can't get enough, is because it's just like every time I hear it, there's a different thing to obsess over because every part of it is written so meticulously, with presumably that in mind. So, you know, it's a fantastic listening experience. They've definitely been putting in the legwork. I mean, you know, we dove into, you know, writing this, you know, while hustling the last record, and they've been working very hard. And you know, it's awesome to see them and their growth. And you know, I've been seeing the name around, and it's been popping up more and more and more and more and more. And I feel like, you know, this record's gonna be the one. This record's gonna be the one.
Dude, it already is the one.
Yeah,
man.
like it was the one before it came out. But like, I'm just saying, like in 6 months to a year's time, we're gonna look back, and that's gonna be the band we're gonna be like, holy shit, that band blew the fuck up.
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy. They're about to hit 1 million monthly listeners. I feel like it wasn't that big when we spoke to them. I feel like it was like half that size, and they are just it's fucking blowing up, and it's so well deserved. They're very sweet, very bubbly.
Yeah. So I can't recommend this record enough. Highly, highly, highly recommend that everybody checks it out and get on the train now, because this train is already like kind of fast, so you kind of have to jump on and hope you make it. So get on it before it's flying at train speeds all the way.
Whatever the fuck train speeds
are. Whatever the fuck train speeds are, just jump on before it's flying. And if you try to jump on it, you'll fall flat on your face. So
it
get
won't
on
be
now.
pretty.
Yeah.
Hey
Violet dropped their new album Aftertaste. We spoke to Hey Violet. It's coming out July 3rd. So I believe it's out by the time that this comes out.
Should be.
So
it should be out to today or yesterday.
2 days, I think, because we'll be skipping the 4th, so it'll be 2 days because this comes out. That'll come out the day before the 4th. So it's out. Go check it out. It's their second and also their final record. We dive into the album process a lot, but we also spend a good chunk of time chatting about the split and what led to it, and feelings and thoughts.
Final thoughts, final feelings.
Yes, so lots to dive into. But this album is awesome. A lot of catchy moments on here.
Yes. It fucking starts, and it is a crazy record. I enjoy it a lot. It's kind of the same vibe where it's rock or alternative, but it has kind of like that poppy ass shaking vibes as well. Die of Laughter is my personal favorite. I believe it's the opener. It is the opener. Strong fucking start, and honestly, I fucking love it. They have a demo on here and then a stripped back version. The demo does not have the final version on it, but I do fucking love it just as a demo. I think if they did anything different to it, it would lose its charm. And it's very bittersweet because I'm now introduced to this band and I'm now loving this record, and now I'm like, oh wow, I just talked to them for like a fucking hour about how this is the final thing that they're releasing and that they're never coming back. And it's just like, oh wow, that's crazy. I wish you guys like came into my life like 2 years earlier. Better late than never. Great that we got to talk to them and kind of pick their brain about this entire record front to back. And it's incredible. I love this record a lot.
Yeah, I really do enjoy this album. Been seeing a lot of been getting a lot of ads for it actually on Instagram. They're working it hard. My favorite is also Die of Laughter, but also Uncomplicated. But I also really like the title track. I'd like to shout that song out as well. But there's really there doesn't feel like there's much of a low point on this record, even when the record gets soft and slows down for a second. It is still absolutely moving along, and I think that is really helped by the fact that 90% of this album clocks in at under 3 minutes each song.
That'll do it.
So we're just moving and grooving. It doesn't matter. They could have pulled out a piano ballad and kept it like 2:15, and we would have been. I would have been like, damn, that was sick.
Like it's crazy.
They smacked the demo straight in the middle of the record, and you don't even to me, I don't even feel like a shift in the vibe. Like it fits in so seamlessly with everything. And then Voices in My Head gets a stripped back version, and that closes out the record. And the album slows down, like Hazy, which is the last like track on the record that isn't stripped. The Voices in My Head stripped technically isn't like a bonus track. It's on the actual record, so it's technically what closes it. But the last track that we haven't heard yet, Hazy, is also a slower track. So the album kind of has this feeling as you're listening to it, and it close. And I think that the stripped back version really seals the deal and closes things off, and sends the album off nicely, packages it up nicely. But I do like the slowing down, the descent towards the end, instead of just like Hazy being like this crazy fucking banger, and then like just the stripped back version of Voices in My Head just being like, all right, now we're here, we wanted to do a stripped back version, and and it feel weird. So I do like that was taken into consideration as well when track listing. But overall, front to back, nothing but bangers. Sad to see the band go, but they've got 2 albums out there and a bunch of singles and some EPs, so the music's not going anywhere, even if the band is. So lots to check out, lots to still enjoy and listen to. Check out the album, it's awesome. So highly recommend this record, and watch our interview with them.
Definitely watch our interview with them. It's very good. It's very silly. Internet Friends dropped a new EP. It's a secret. Holy fucking nostalgia, Batman. This EP is incredible. I fucking love it. It's hit after hit. It's 4 tracks, so a very short EP, but I mean, comes and it goes, so it does not overstay its welcome, which sometimes EPs have that issue where it's like, okay, you put 2 slow tracks and 1 fast track, like let's pick it up a little bit. Come on. Yeah, exactly. All 4 of these tracks are on the faster side. I fucking love that. My favorite is Achilles Heel. It hits that. I mean, honestly, all 4 of the tracks hit that kind of nostalgic mark for me. I think it's the vocals. I think it's the melody. I think it's genuinely fucking everything about this band. It just scratches that itch of, wow, I feel like I should be. I mean, I never did this, but when I was younger, I wanted to be that kind of like scene kid where it's like I'm straightening my hair and I'm fucking dyeing my hair and putting makeup on and shit. Never did it, but I wanted to do it, because that's what I saw. I wanted to look like fucking Johnny Gilbert, Yeah. And it just, that's that type of music for me. I know they probably weren't listening to like this type of pop punk-esque music, but that's what it reads for me, and I fucking love it. Great EP. We sat down with them. You should go check it out. It is out now, and it was really fun, and I fucking love them. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yes, we did chat with them. It was a fantastic time. Lots of laughs.
So silly.
It was a good time. They're not trying to hide the nostalgia. It's right there for you. If you like early 2000s pop punk, let me tell you, I got a new band for you. Four songs that sound like they could have came off of any of your favorite early 2000s pop punk records. And they every single song is a banger. My favorite is So Obvious. I think that the chorus on there is so catchy, and the way that that Michael says so obvious, like buried in the back of the mix, I'm like, wow, that's sick. So yeah, overall, very much enjoyed this EP. 4 fucking bangers, and stoked for the next, because they said that the next is going to be even better than these 4 songs. So
what the hell?
They got me excited as hell. Oh yeah.
Damn right.
Waterparks and Zeph dropped a new single, FAI2. Fuck About It 2. Listen, man, I know this song's been very divisive. I've seen a lot of people saying, I can't believe we're witnessing the downfall of Waterparks. I've seen a lot of people say that this song is terrible. I watched a lot of people leave my Waterparks Discord server because of this song. So,
Austin Knight, it's not too late.
Yeah, I've seen the reaction. I've read some things on Reddit about how it's not because the song's experimental, it's just because it's bad.
It's just not good.
Which was hilarious to read. But I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna just come out and say it. I like this song I'm not fucking with you, and I thought it was fucking awesome from the first time I heard it. And you can give me all the fucking looks in the world, but I think this is sick.
I want you to revisit this song in like 2 months and tell me how you feel.
I've revisited it 10 times in the past 2 days. Is that enough for you? I'm sprinkling it in between my listenings of the Warning's new album. I don't have much free time. That's taking up a lot of my time, but I've been trying to get this song in as well.
I don't like this song, like, at all. I didn't like the last one either. Again, well, with the last one, it was more familiarity. I liked, can't even fucking remember the remix of the last song.
It was Soul Sucker, so Starfucker.
Oh, so Starfucker. Yeah. Loved the original version. The second, the other half of the song, not a big fan. This is somehow worse, in my opinion. Sorry. But at the same time, a little better because fucking Black Bear isn't on it, so that's a win.
Yeah.
Zeph's on it. Win. But then at the same time, it sounds like that. So then we lost. So it's just a lot of emotions. I've listened to it like 3 times. And the 3rd time, I just got so fucking mad when it came on, I just skipped it. So it's like 2.5 times. It's just not good, in my opinion. I'm glad you like it. I'm Austin Knight, don't get mad at me. I'm a Waterparks fan through and through. Not with this shit, though. This, like, can we just get this over with? You know, just put it all out. So we do one more review of it. If you keep dragging this shit out and I have to do one song at a time, I'm just gonna get more and more mad. I'm just gonna get fucking upset, dude. I'm just not a fan. Zeph was good though. I like Zeph.
Yeah, I mean it's very obvious that this companion record is going to be divisive. It's going to do what it's going to do, and I could see myself, you know, enjoying this song and then absolutely loathing the next one. You know, that's just how this could go. Because
so far it's 2 for 2 for you though.
No, I was indifferent about. I feel like we were in agreement about Soul Sucker.
No, because remember I was telling you, I was like, dude, I'll save you, man. It's okay. Because you were like, anything Austin Knight, man, anything he does, man, I get it. He's a visionary, man. I'm like, no, it's okay to not like his shit.
No, I drank the Kool-Aid.
It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Well. Anyways, this song, I don't know, man. It just scratches the right part of my brain. I think it's cool. I think that Zeph's part's cool. And I'm just glad that they didn't have Black Bear back again. Because quite frankly, that ruined the song for me. I wasn't a huge fan of Fuck About It to begin with. It just, you know, did not feel like what I come to Waterparks for. It felt a little bit like there are other bands out there that would do the exact same thing, and that was why I didn't like that song. But it, like, this kind of allows it to grow and be unique and be in kind of what feels a little bit more like the Waterparks universe to me. They're like very, very crazy and chaotic sonically, but feels like it fits a little bit more within what Waterparks does versus Fuck About It, which, for lack of a better word, felt very generic and very like standard pop. And the addition of Zeph, who I think adds a lot to the song and really matches the vibe of the part that she is on, makes it a cool listening experience. So yeah, I prefer this version to Fuck About It, one, because I be skipping that shit when I listen to Intellectual Property, because it's probably one of my least favorites on the record.
Yeah, that's fair. That's me with Reboot.
Yeah,
off fandom, you know.
Yeah,
I get it.
I've seen a lot of not a lot, a handful of people that didn't like the original are gravitating towards this one for various reasons, mainly because Black Bear's not on it.
I think we can all agree it's better than the original because Black Bear.
Yeah, basically. So this one's gonna be interesting. You know, 2 sides to every story. You know, thought that he meant that is in like gonna write a companion record from the other side, not quite literally flip every song on its head. Yeah. You know, expected a whole different record, but what we got is, I mean, listen, so far the man hasn't lied about what he said. There are two sides to every story, and he is quite literally doing that. We just didn't know that he literally meant, I'm going to flip every song on its head, and that's going to be the side of the other story. But he didn't lie.
He didn't. And I think I'm still on board with this whole concept because I haven't seen it done before, at least in a full record format. As I said, when the first variant came out, where I was like, it feels like I'm gonna write Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne, but from the other perspective. And it's like, it sounds corny and cheesy, but you've never seen it in a full album format, which is intriguing to me. And I'm still on board, but it's like it's a cool concept. I've never seen it done this way before, but damn, it's getting a little hard for me out here.
I'm curious, man. I'm just curious how this is gonna go at this point. Like, I need to hear the whole record. But
Austin, I just send it over to us.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. They've got me intrigued. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Loveless dropped a new single, Heart-Shaped Soul. Loveless, we love you.
They finally announced their new record, Loveless 2, coming out September 13th. You know, I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but when I saw that headliner go up, I saw the album announcement from about 5 miles away. You know, it was right there, right in front of me.
Kind of obvious. Yeah. Like, if you're doing a fucking headliner, something big is coming.
Yeah, they weren't headlining off of the song that the tour is named off of. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
This song's cool. This song is fucking rad. I like it. Loveless. I'm afraid they don't miss. Another banger. And on the record, they have a feature from Gail. You know, the ABCDEFU. Yeah. That I was like, wow, that's the only feature on the record, and I was like, wow, it's a pretty nice feature.
Big ass feature. Yeah. No, that's fucking great. Good for them. Yeah. And I mean, Gail did an incredible job, like, getting a hit song and then harnessing that and taking that like pretty fucking far as you can with a single song. And Loveless is incredible with kind of like those earworms. So I feel like those two being in a room together is gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Curious about that. Yeah. I loved this song a lot. Big fan of Loveless. Julian's vocals are possibly one of my favorite vocals in the scene right now because you could fucking pick him out of a crowd. You're like, oh, that's Julian. Okay, yeah, all right, moving on. Great song. Very happy.
Yours truly dropped their new single, California Sober. Another fucking catchy ass banger from yours truly. I'm very excited for this record. August, man, it's coming soon. Another 6 weeks or so.
Month. Yeah. I'm very excited. I do love yours truly a lot, and I did like this song a lot. This is one of my favorites that they've put out so far. I'm very excited for this record.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Ryan Oakes dropped a new single, Nothing Left to Lose. This is very Eminem core, and it's bothering me a little bit because I'm not a big Eminem fan. Like, it's very fuck, which song is that? It's literally like his biggest song where it's like
Slim Shady one.
Yeah, it's like everybody just follow me because I'm feeling the activity because you feel so empty. Whatever the fuck that is. It's like, oh, it's too close for me, and I'm not a big fan of Eminem. So for that reason, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. I do like Ryan Oakes though. Ryan Oakes over Eminem any day for me personally. So I still like his voice over Eminem's, and I do prefer his take of this over Eminem's, but to me it's just too close. It's too close. I can't.
Well, listen, the marketing on this song definitely hasn't lied because he's been talking a lot about Eminem and a lot about Hollywood Undead, and
it matches.
And I don't listen. I don't know if I've like I know the big parts in the big songs, but I don't know if I've ever sat down and actually listened to an Eminem song. Even after going to high school, when one of his albums came out, I still somehow managed to avoid that.
Good.
So, but I hear the Hollywood Undead influence because there are a couple of Hollywood Dead songs sprinkled in Sam and I's Spotify mix. So I hear that influence. You hear the Eminem. So I'm like, damn, he is not lying with this. I like this song a lot. It wasn't the biggest fan of the last song, so I knew he was going to come back cooking with a straight up banger, and he did exactly that. It's like if you don't like a Ryan Oak song, the next one you're going to like 2 times as much to cancel out. And that's kind of where I'm at. This one's very catchy. I've been enjoying this one a lot, and just stoked for more because he just continuously drops.
He does.
I'm bummed that I won't be able to see him in Jersey because it's his show with Jake Hill is the same day as the early November show. Already going there, so I will catch Ryan Oakes at some point, but unfortunately that will not be the time. Rain City Drive dropped their new single Never Bloom, another fucking banger. These have been this song and Medicate Me have easily been the catchiest that Rain City Drive has been. They have always written bangers, but the singles have always kind of fallen a little short for me, and I've always enjoyed them. Once we get the full record, like the singles, I'll be like, that was cool, but like left wanting more. Whereas like I am feeling satisfied, but also wanting more now with whatever's about to happen here. We're 2 singles deep now. So I'm excited. Like this is the most excited I've been for a anything from them. Whatever's coming up, presumably an album. So I'm very stoked. I've been liking the song a lot. Been jamming Medicate Me a lot, and stoked for more.
Hell yeah! I also fuck with this song. I really liked it. I like almost fucking everything they put out. They got the formula down. They got that shit down. And I do hope it is an album, EP, mixtape. I'll take fucking anything. Please come back, guys. Memphis Mayfire dropped a new single, Paralyzed.
Yes.
I love sorry. I love this track. I do really like this band. I got into them officially became a fan when we first spoke to them about their last record, which was fucking awesome. Maddie Mullins, go check out that interview. It was really fun. This single is great. I mean, you just fucking, come on. This is like one of your bands. So come on. I liked it a lot. I'm gonna let you fucking talk now.
Yeah, I've been jamming this song a lot. I'm still gravitating towards Chaotic a little bit more. I feel like Chaotic has the significantly catchier chorus, but I think that this song is very cool as well. And I've been fucking with it, and I'm stoked for more. They've got this tour coming up in the fall. This big one. You might know some of the other bands on the bill: Asking Alexandria, The Word Alive, and our friends in Archers.
Doesn't sound familiar at all. I don't know any of those bands.
Neither do I. But they, they've got this little tour coming up. We've had a couple of singles.
Cute little tour.
Yeah, we've had these couple of singles come out. I don't know, man. I don't know, but like, something's telling me like maybe
something's telling me something's brewing.
Something's telling me something's coming out, and I don't know. Maybe
Holy fuck, yeah.
So
I mean, fingers crossed. I would like more Memphis. So come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Me too, man. Maybe.
I know you would. Christ, dude.
Magnolia Park dropped their new single, Shallow. It's pretty fucking cool. This was on, like, Magnolia Park for me is a band that's very like, they know the less than 3 minute long song, like everything is like this and it just keeps going. This song a little bit longer. That's the first thing I noticed. Like the song is fucking cool, but the first time I listened to it I was like, damn, we're at the 3 minute mark, and it's like and we still have another minute left.
Still going.
Yeah, like that's not typically what I get when I come to Magnolia Park, but pleasant surprise. I enjoyed this song. I liked it.
I enjoyed it as well. It feels like we haven't heard from them in a while, because there was a moment where it's like every week they were putting out something, or every like 2 weeks, I'll give them, they were putting out something new. Glad that they're back. Always happy to see them on the playlist. I love almost every song that they put out. It's just a great band. I agree. They have their formula down, and it's kind of like an eyebrow raise when it's like, why is this like a minute and a half longer than most of your other songs? I didn't really realize once it started, because once it started, it kept going. It was great. They still got that shit down.
Yeah, it's still catchy. They're perfectly capable of writing a banger in 2 minutes or in 4 minutes. It doesn't matter. They write bangers. But a new single coming up with the summer school tour that they're about to embark on makes sense.
Damn.
And they're back on Epitaph, so they had dropped a single. It seemed like they might have been in between things because they dropped a single independent to kind of keep things, and that's why we noticed like the drop off because like they're on Epitaph and then there was silence and then the song came out, no Epitaph, and then now they're back. So
it's just
we're cooking again. Hopefully we'll be seeing them all over the playlist every fucking month like they
Fingers
were
crossed.
For a while there. And I actually finally got my summer school ticket today.
God damn you.
I copped one for $20.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I was buying I checked the resale, because I was like, I'm buying a ticket, might as well see what's going on with the resale, and someone had dropped one up there, $20. Boom. So I bought it, $5 ticket fee, $25, less than the actual face value on the ticket. So I can't complain.
No, I'm very incredibly jealous because that bill is bonkers, dude. Yeah. I'm so sad that they aren't coming to Virginia.
Yeah, it's a crazy tour.
Whatever, man. Phil Waves dropped a new single, Perfume. I thought this was a good song. I liked it a lot. It was a little bit of an ass shaker. Yeah. It was a very sweet song. Yeah,
it was catchy. I liked it. Pale Waves, they're back. Record coming out later this year. So, very, very excited. Always happy to see this band on the playlist. They always be dropping bangers.
Yeah.
Drugs, Destroy, Rebuild, Until God Shows. Dropped a new single. And that one was off the dome.
Damn, that was good because my mind went blank. I was like, I don't know.
Dropped their new single, Losers Stay Losers, in parentheses, Let Down. I thought that the song was good, but I have been really digging the first single because it was like this song is kind of what I know and what I can expect from Drugs when listening to them. Very, very reminiscent, but Hunger Pangs, because there's no H, so I guess it's Pangs. Hunger Pangs like felt like a little bit of a shift in the band. The chorus was very catchy, and it was like a little bit groovier than maybe what you typically get from them, so this is a little bit more in line. I'm still digging the lead single, but I'm not complaining because these songs have been great so far. Album coming out later this year. Very excited for more Drugs.
Yeah, more Drugs.
Yeah, don't take that one out of context.
Yeah. Great song. Hoping for big, awesome, great stuff. I do enjoy this band, but I have not fully gotten into them yet, and I hope that is something that happens very, very soon. Because again, a lot of potential there for a new favorite band. Just waiting. Waiting. Knox dropped a new single, Treadmill. All of these singles are stacking up. Did he announce something? Did I miss something?
No, he didn't announce anything. I read the press release for the single too.
And nothing.
No.
It's like he has like 5?
Yeah, 5
songs?
or 6 singles, yeah.
5 or 6, yeah. And they're all stacking up. So I'd like to know what's going on there. New EP. I feel like because isn't he going on a headliner?
Yeah, and I think there's some other like support things stacked around it.
Yeah, something's brewing. Come on.
It's growing so fast that I physically like can't keep track of what's going on. Like we keep covering singles sporadically because it's growing so fast and the next one is coming out so fast I don't even realize that we're on a new single. And follow them on social media and everything, and it's just like whoop, that one went right over my head because it's just moving so fucking fast.
Great song.
Yeah, and kudos to him. Like, we had him on the podcast. Things were starting to happen with that EP, and things have just fucking went like this since then. So it's been cool to see the growth. It's cool to turn on fucking Pop Rocks, which is like Channel 5 on Sirius, and be like, yo, Knox is on there. Like,
that guy.
The fuck?
What's going on here? Yeah.
But yeah, this song's awesome.
Damn right. Damn right.
And for our last topic of conversation, Taylor Acorn dropped a new single, Survival in Motion, and announced her debut album.
Dope.
Coming out on September 13th. Big day already, with Loveless and Taylor Acorn the same day. I don't know if I can contain myself. That sounds like a lot of incredible bangers, and I fear that, 2 no skip records, allegedly, haven't heard them yet, but I'm just going off of these Axe track records. Has gotten me excited for September 13th, but this song is great. Stoked for more Taylor Acorn. We chatted with her about her last EP, so you should check that out. But just stoked for more. Know there's going to be more singles and then a record, so I'm stoked. Exactly. Now that we know what's coming, you just gotta sit tight and be ready for all the new content, new music, everything. Great single. I feel like I know this fucking song because every time I open up Instagram, I see a new video of just promoting it, and I fucking love it. It's a great track. Everyone's always hyping it up in the comments, which is completely deserved. Fucking love it. Very excited for the record. Huge day. It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, it'll be a lot to take in. It's gonna be a lot. Yeah. So as I said, that's all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good Noise _cast. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. Every audio streaming service ever is also Good Noise Podcast. Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. Glory's got your Patreon supporters, Twitch subs, your merch plug, your Amazon storefront plug, and your important plugs. Woo-wee! And then we're going to sign off. Okay. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Zari, Jeremy, Papa Compologist, David Arrington, and Eric. And thank you to our Twitch subs, Coastal Lover, and then Matt again from Pulses. Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. And check out our merch setup. Our Amazon storefront. The merch, it's our setups. In the description. Yes, in our description is an Amazon storefront. It's got our everything. Setups, everything except what's physically in the computer. But I can change mine and by the time we do the next podcast, I could change mine. It might be up there. Yeah, it might be up there. So if you feel so inclined to check out what we work with, what we're using, my setup is like, what a YouTuber would have had 10 years ago, because that's what I thought I was going to do. Glory's is in the 21st century, so you can compare and contrast. Glory's got the really nice mic that she won't show anybody. I have a Blue Yeti because that's what every commentary YouTuber in the entire world had in 2016. I was like, I want to do that. So I'm still using it because Glory's mic, really nice, but really fucking expensive. Man, I had the blue snowball for so long. It was time for an upgrade. Bring back the blue snowball, bro. That shit was so ass. It was so ass. But yeah, if you want to see what we're using, check it out. If you buy something from that storefront, we get a small kickback. Helps out with the podcast, helps things keep things afloat over here, as well as the merch store. If you buy something from the merch store, we get the profits from that, and that helps us stay going. So yes, any little bit helps. Same with the Patreon. Any financial support, any monetary support is very much appreciated. Helps us keep this thing going, keep the lights on. Metaphorically, we don't have to physically keep the lights on, but it does keep us going. Thank you for helping with that. You can tell I'm at 2% right now. I'm so sorry. And she was telling me before this she's gonna pull an all-nighter. Dude, right. I was looking at the clock and I was like, this shit ain't happening. Mimiville, bro. Front seat to the back of my eyelids theater, dude. Bro. I'm losing it. Important plugs. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate. Free Palestine. Be a decent person. Support small bands. Find a new artist. We found The Warning. That shit's fucking crazy. They've been out there this whole time, and now for Shane, it's fucking blowing his mind. And they were there this whole time. Go find that band for you. Maybe it's The Warning. Check them out. Yeah. Hell yeah. And that's about it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, that is all we have today. We won't be live next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. I have been Shane. I've been Glory. And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. See you in 2 weeks. Bye. Bye.